And welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, it is week 5, believe it or not. We are here at Coca's Pizza for the Canfield Cardinals show. DJ Yoakley, Coach Mike Pavlansky with us, as he always is. And Coach, they really talk about this 10 weeks being the fastest 10 weeks of the year. And you have to, we're halfway through now.
Yeah, it's unbelievable how fast it goes, DJ, every year. And again, you sit back and all of a sudden it's week 5 and you wonder, where did the first 4 weeks go to?
Well, we know where the first 4 weeks went to, and we're going to talk about week 4. Obviously, a very special game. We talked about it last week. Very special to your family. A very tightly contested game, as it usually is when you're talking about the Battle of 224. What did you see on Friday from your boys that you're really proud of?
The effort.
Yeah.
The effort was unbelievable for 48 minutes. Defensively, it was one of our best defensive ball games of the year. I think we gave up a total of 157 yards, and one of them, they went 59 for a touchdown. So you can't play much better defensively, but obviously the big play has been a sticking point for us all year long. There's one thing you got to point to defensively. We got to fix that. But the defensive effort was a winning effort in any ball game we're going to play, and if we can hold the opponent to that many yards.
One of the things we continue to talk about week after week, and you said, hey, nobody's feeling bad for us, is injuries, depth, things of that nature. How do you, ice baths? What do you do to kind of get by week to week?
Yeah, that's it. Obviously you tailor the practice plan to the health of your team. You don't want to lose your team on a practice day. You want to be as healthy as possible on a Friday night. And, so when you're healthy, you can go maybe a little bit harder. When you're banged up a little bit, you got to back off a little bit, but also to make sure your 2s and 3s are ready to play. And I think we've had a tremendous week of practice so far, and we need another good night tomorrow night to try and have a chance against a really good Cheney team.
Yeah, and we're going to talk about Cheney in a moment. When you look at some of these guys that have stepped up in big and key positions and moments during these contests, there has to be some kind of admiration as a coach to see these young men step up time after time after time and really step in when, that first time can be a very special moment, but you're thrown into the fire. It's one of those things you always want to prepare for, but sometimes you have to be prepared to be unprepared.
Right. No doubt. Just the inexperience. At the beginning of the year, we're inexperienced. Right now, we can't say that anymore because everybody out there has played in the first 4 ball games for us. We've got one guy that we've moved the position for. He's got a little bit of an excuse, but he'll never give you an excuse. He's just going to play hard. And that's the one thing we talk to our guys about, whether it's we're 3-1 at this point or 1-3 like we are. The only thing people are going to remember is how hard you play.
Yep.
Okay. If you play as hard as you can, you prepare as well as you can, the outcome may not be what you want, but you have some satisfaction to know we've done as well as we could. And then you try and find those small things that put you over the top. And that's what we're trying to do right now.
Physicality. Yep. We've talked about it every week. It doesn't get any easier when you turn the page and you see those Cowboys across across the field.
Yeah.
You and I talked about it. This could be one of the most physical matches all season.
Absolutely. It usually is. It usually is with Seth Antron's team over there. And, you got a Jawan Harmon, you have an Elijah Carter. Those guys will come downhill at you defensively and really lay the wood to you. And conversely, offensively, Harmon's 6'1", 225 pounds. I think he's a Ball State commit. He runs as hard as anybody we've seen so far this year. They got 3 returning starters up front, led by Carter. And he's as good of a lineman as we've seen so far. And, we've got to be on top of our game to have a chance Friday night.
When you talk about Cheney, it's always any coach, any team. It's expect the unexpected. You just never know what to expect on a Friday night with that team because they've got so much athleticism built into that. And you talked about Seth and how he kind of tailors that. How do you tailor the game plan? You can only plan for what you see on film, right? Or do you go back years of film based on what you guys already know about him?
You go back, maybe a couple years a year. He's at Boardman, maybe certainly last year. This morning we watched last year's game with our guys, and the thing about an athletic team like Cheney, a speed team like Cheney, is that because the play's going away from you doesn't mean it's coming back to you. It will come back to you in a hurry. If the guys on the front side do their job and there's nothing there, they'll put their foot in the ground and reverse field on you. So those guys on the back side have got to be really conscious of, yes, I want to run to the ball, but it better be in the right alleys, because if not, they'll reverse the field and go down the sideline on you.
When you're looking at scout teams, like, are you telling the guys to make sure that you try to emulate that,
Yeah,
where we can go
absolutely.
back? How do you plan for that?
Well, there's certain plays in practice. Say, okay, listen, we're going to run an outside zone this time. Once they pull you up, put your foot in the ground, reverse field.
Okay.
We have what we call contained tackling drills. It's 2-on-1, and we just tell that guy, a young guy, a JV guy, if you can beat him to the outside, beat him to the outside. And, reverse the field as many times as you want. But if you can beat him to the outside, that's what we want.
So you're at that point, especially on defense, you're just trying to contain. Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
At that point,
contain, squeeze, and make a tackle.
Almost like a kickoff, right?
Yeah,
stay in your lanes.
Yep, stay in your lanes. Absolutely.
When you think about playing teams locally, because you guys have had a little bit of travel, you've had teams travel in. Is it nice to kind of have that local matchup when you still, like, Seth very well, these guys, these names. You're not looking at Max Preps, you're looking at the Vindicator.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Is that nice to be able to do that?
No doubt.
Yeah.
It's just nice to be playing a bobbed up field.
There you go.
Not leaving home is nice. And certainly an added feature is playing a local team. And it's a challenge. It really is. And no matter who's in front of us, as a team, we're going to concentrate on, and we're going to prepare as well as we can and give our best effort.
At this point in the season, what do you tell your guys? I mean, this is a life lesson.
Yeah, absolutely, right? It is. You can prepare as well as you can. You can do as well as you can do on a test. Sometimes it just doesn't work out.
Yeah.
And then when that test is over with, you figure out why didn't it work out. We're missing something. Offensively, we're missing finishing drives. We had a 10-play drive, an 11-play drive, and a 10-play drive, no points. Special team wise, we're missing assignments, and nobody wants to do that, but we got to correct it in practice. And defensively, it's the big play as well as we played. Okay, if you don't give up that one big play, you have a better chance of coming out on top. So, you can prepare as well as you can. You can play as hard as you can. And that's where, you can take some satisfaction in knowing I did the best I could. It just didn't work out. The problem we have is if we didn't prepare and we didn't play as hard as we play, what the score would be, because it'd be a lot worse.
Oh, wow. Yeah. I mean, that's awesome. That's great advice moving forward for these young men. And obviously they'll take it. They know you know your stuff. You said something to me before we came on that was really interesting. You guys have celebrated the Poland Canfield and obviously the Pavlansky situation the last few years. And your family comes in from all over. You guys celebrate, and you got really talkative about that. And you like to keep it tucked in tight sometimes. But I mean, how much does that mean to you? The game's great, but that's got to be awesome.
On Friday night, there's nothing better than a Poland Canfield football game.
Yeah.
There really isn't. And for those 3 hours for the week, really, in the 3 hours on Friday evening, that's the most important thing for our kids and for our staff and for Tom and I, to be honest with you. But once that's over with, because of the situation we find ourselves in, the last 3 years, we've had extended family come in from all over the country. First year, 2 years ago that we played, we had over 80 extended family members from California, from Texas, from Florida, from North Carolina, from Arizona, fly in for the game. And some local people, from Struthers. And, it's neat to catch up with family, because, at our age, DJ, the time you catch up with family is usually not a fun time. It's usually at a funeral. And, we've been fortunate to be put in this situation, Tom and I. And then on Saturday, after meetings and we say goodbye to our kids for the weekend, we've met somewhere. Our brother Dave is really, took the bull by the horns there, and he put together a nice Saturday afternoon at Risers for us down in Columbiana, and where we were just able to sit for 3-4 hours and just catch up and laugh a little bit and giggle. And the game's put behind us at that point. It was all about family on Saturday.
Sounds perfect.
Yeah, absolutely.
Speaking of perfection, leads to my question of the week for you. What is your idea of the perfect day?
The perfect day.
Perfect day.
Oh my gosh. I get up and do some exercise, walk. I've got an elliptical, run an elliptical for a little bit, grab a coffee and read the paper. And then, if it depends on what season it is. If it's fall, give me college football all day long. If it's summertime, my daughters and I, we like to go to the Outer Banks and just enjoy a day down there on the beach. And, it depends on the season. But right now in the fall, hey, the season's over with whenever it may be over with. Last year was in December, okay? It was wake up the next day on Saturday morning, grab a cup of coffee, and watch college football all day long.
Love it. All right, last one for you. Well, I'm throwing this one to the wind. I got to ask you, because you are a football guru. You're a guy that loves football more than probably anybody I've ever met. Why is football so important to you? I know it's a deep question.
Well, I enjoy it.
Yeah.
Okay. Certainly the upbringing I had with our father.
Yeah.
He was a teacher, football coach, and my mom and dad never pushed their kids into any one profession. It just felt like a natural fit for my brothers and I. We all became teachers and coaches. And, we always said this too, that if our dad had another profession, he was a lawyer or whatever, we probably would have went into law school, because he made us a part of his daily routine. Our mom made us a part of her daily routine, supported our dad being away during the fall for so many hours a day, because we knew when football was over with, Dad wasn't missing anything that we were involved in, whether it be our sisters and their dance recitals and dance programs, and or the sons, involved in other sports. Yeah, he wasn't going to miss anything. The fall was difficult, there's no doubt, but it just felt like a natural progression in my life, and certainly my brother's lives, that we just enjoyed the upbringing where we were at. And we've always said this, my dad affected a lot of people, in his short life of 41 years. If we could affect half that many people, we'd be successful too.
That's incredible. So it's not so much the game, it's the vehicle that football brought and utilized. Yep. Coach, thank you so much. I appreciate you opening up. Yep. Good luck against Cheney.
Appreciate it.
We'll see you next week,
Sounds
Wednesday.
Good.
Appreciate you.
Thank you, buddy.
We'll see you back after this on YSN.
Hi, this is Zell Bush.
Hi, this is Tom Flynn.
Hi, this is Steve Rossetto.
Hi, this is Ryan Miller.
Hi, this is Rich Sakui from WRS Wealth Advisors.
With our combined 80 years of experience,
WRS Wealth Advisors are the area's premier wealth and retirement specialists.
Call 330-965-0370 to learn more about our individual and corporate financial planning services.
Or visit WRSwealth.com.
Go Raiders.
Go Dogs.
Go Cats.
Go Dogs.
Go Tigers.
You're not waiting to see what the world has in store for you. It's more about what you have in store for the world. All you need is the opportunity. All you need are the resources of a large university and the advantages of a personalized academic setting where you can experience new worlds in the arts and sciences, business, and education and make them your own. We are where you shape your future. We are Youngstown State University, and proud.
We believe expectations are made to be exceeded. At the new Toyota of Warren, it's about more than just getting a great deal. It's about service you can count on and a friendship you can trust. Year after year, we've done what we do best. We've gone the extra mile so you could too. Because we know it's just not about buying a new car. It's the start of a new adventure. Toyota of Warren, driven by you.
Nestled here in the beauty and splendor of Mill Creek Metro Parks are two of America's best golf courses, as selected by Golf Week magazine. Ranked number 9 in Ohio by TripAdvisor. Come play like a pro on these award-winning Donald Ross-designed courses. Enjoy a round with your kids and unwind with your favorite food and drinks in the grill room. For championship golf, look no further than your backyard. Mill Creek Golf Course.
Now you can see every school, to the smallest school, to the intermediate schools, to the schools in the outlying areas. It gives you coverage that you could just never get to before. It's something that's great to experience, and it's opened up a whole new wave of sports viewership. The possibilities are endless here at YSN. Push the envelope every day. Try something new. If it works, great. If it doesn't, well, let's try another angle, and we just keep moving forward. My name is Mike Ackelson, and my sports network is your sports network.
What can you do on over 5,000 acres? At Mill Creek Metro Parks, you can discover unique habitats and wildlife, create memorable family moments, experience history, heritage, and park programs, explore scenic landscapes, take time to relax and be well, connect with nature and each other. Come see what's new at Mill Creek Metro Parks. Plan your trip now at millcreekmetroparks.org.
Going the extra mile in Greenwood.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. DJ Yoakley with you in the Canfield Cardinals show, brought to you by our friends at Coca's Pizza. And we are joined at this time by, well, I got to make sure it's right, tight end and safety, Mr. Cade Henry. Cade, how are you, man?
I'm good. How are you?
Well, let's turn you up so people can hear you. You're good? All right, so not the ideal start to your year when you guys look at, what you've been through. What have you learned? It's easier to learn lessons in losses, obviously, than wins, because wins you can just kind of glaze things over. What lesson have you personally learned, and what have you learned from a team aspect?
One of the important things I've learned through the losses is you have to keep working, even when times start to get rough and you just can't seem to win a game. Sometimes you just got to keep working, keep bringing that same energy every week, and just make sure no matter how hard it seems at times, you just got to keep going forward. Keep pushing forward.
This is a team that is based around accountability. We talk about brotherhood every single week. I mean, when you hear someone say you have to be accountable, what does that mean to you?
You're responsible for what you do. So if you have to make sure you do your job every play. If every person does their job every play, ideally it should all work out perfectly. But being accountable means that you can be counted on to do your job every single play.
When you're looking at film, I mean, are you looking specifically at what you're doing? Are you looking at what everybody's doing, certain people? Are you looking at defense? What do you look at when you study film?
I typically, not necessarily me specifically, but my position and the positions around it to see what the position might have done wrong or what they did good and how I can improve based on what my position did.
Fair enough. And same thing on defense?
Yeah, both sides of the ball.
Very cool. Do you have a preference? Offense, defense, special teams?
I probably prefer defense.
I knew it. He wants to hit somebody, guaranteed, right?
Yeah,
safety,
it's always fun.
As a safety, you can't not want to hit somebody, right?
Yeah, it's fun coming downhill and just.
You're last line defense.
Yeah.
All safeties have an idol. Who's your idol that's played safety?
Tough one.
Who's the best safety you've ever seen?
Best safety I've ever seen. I think the best one I've ever seen, probably Ed Reed.
Yeah, man. Everybody says Ed Reed.
It's either Ed Reed or Troy Polamalu.
There it is. That's what I was looking for.
Which hurts because I'm a Browns fan, so I've had to watch both of them against my team.
Ed Reed was on the Baltimore Ravens. They stole your team.
Yeah,
dude. You weren't even alive yet.
I know. It still hurts, but
what do you like about Ed Reed?
Just his sense for the ball, and he always seems to know exactly where the ball is going to be, and he's always in the right position, making good plays, and he's a big hitter.
Is that something that you can train yourself to be? I mean, he was a ball hawk, right? When they talk about that stuff, that's what they talk about. He's the ball hawk. So when you're on the field, when you're can you train yourself to be Ed Reed? Like obviously nobody's Ed Reed, but can you do the phases of it?
One of the important things for trying to be in the right spot at the right time is if it's a run play, you need to know where the running back's going. But if it's a pass play, you got to read where the quarterback's going, because typically he's going to look at least at this level, the quarterback will typically look where they're going to be throwing, and usually they'll only look at one side of the ball.
Yeah.
So if you can read the quarterback and see where they're going, you can usually start to predict where they're going to throw the ball based on where their eyes are.
All right, tight end. We got to talk about offense a little bit. I mean, are you a blocker? Are you a receiver? I mean, I think every tight end thinks that they're like Gronkowski or Kelsey. So, who would you compare yourself to and from the offensive side of the ball?
I've never thought about that one.
We're digging deep here on the Canfield Cardinals show.
Probably more of a receiving tight end. I mean, I started my sophomore year as a receiver,
Yeah.
switched midway through the year to tight end, and I've been tight end since then. So, but I can block decent. So
You feel a little comfort being next to the big fellas on the
Yeah.
inside. That's nice, right? To have a
it's
little help.
comfortable to have. Yeah, no, you're not. Usually, you're not on your own.
Let's talk about. I mean, you're a senior, couple months. I mean, a little more than a couple months, but a few months. You're going to be getting a piece of paper that says that you did everything right, and now you get to go on with the rest of your life. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna go to college. I'm looking at either electrical or computer engineering at the moment.
Wow, what draws you to that?
I really enjoy problem solving. I enjoy computers, that kind of stuff, and that field just really interests me. All the possibilities in it.
So I'm going to guess you're a gamer.
Kind of, not as much as you
Really?
probably expect.
No kidding. So what do you do in your free time?
I'll do that. I'll listen to music, often football when it's in season.
Right.
Homework, obviously.
Any other sports?
No, only football.
Just football. So when everybody else is playing, right? You got your winter and your spring. What are you going to be focused on? Just enjoying your senior year?
Yeah, that's probably what's going to be. It hasn't really hit me yet. Once the season's over, I mean, I don't know what I'm going to do because even once football season's over, you have that month off, then you're right back into lifting and stuff. But I mean, I don't have that anymore. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do.
I mean, so if you were able to fill your time with anything, if there's something that you could be really good at if you tried, what would it be? Would you want to learn a language? Do you want to go make money? What do you want to do?
That's a really tough one.
No pressure. Your parents aren't watching.
Can you repeat the question? Sorry.
Yeah, just what would you do in your free time if you could do anything at all?
If I could do anything.
Yeah, you had the skill set. You just had to go do it.
It's tough. I might want to. My dad, who's a big role model for me, his job is with computers and stuff. So I think I'd try to help out more with him, see what he does every day, try and understand that a little bit.
Great answer. All right, you led me into my next question. Your dad's your role model.
Both my parents.
Okay,
both my parents.
Nice save, by the way. What is it about your parents that make them your role model?
They're just really hard workers. I mean, they both have a lot of things on their plate. They're involved in a lot of things, and it's really impressive to see how they can balance everything and find time for everything that they do. It's really impressive, and it's something that I wish I personally was a little better at. I'm not the greatest at time management.
What is that? Oh man, you're leading me right into my next question. Is there a thing or two about your parents that you'd like to be take from them to clip into your life?
I'd like to take. I mean, this is for both of them because they both have a really good work ethic. Once they get down and working on something, they can pretty much bang it out. I mean, they're really good at getting that stuff done, time management, finding a way to fit in a bunch of different things into your schedule. I mean, I know our family's usually pretty busy because they're always doing a ton of stuff, and it really is a pretty cool thing.
Brothers, sisters?
I have one sister.
One sister, older or younger?
Older.
Okay, so you're the baby.
I
am
the baby.
Man. So is it better to be the oldest or the youngest?
I don't know. I mean, it really probably would depend on who you ask. I mean,
how about we ask Santa Claus? Is it better for you to be the is it better for you to be the baby or her be the oldest?
For Santa Claus, probably be the oldest, I think.
Okay. What's the best Christmas present you ever got?
Okay. This is a tough one.
Now we're talking. Now we're cooking with oil here.
There's a couple. Let's see. Back when I was, I think I would have been around 10, maybe a little younger. My grandparents got me the Lego Death Star. That was really cool.
Are you a Star Wars fan?
Star Wars, yep. Love Star Wars.
Okay. What is the best Star Wars?
Ooh, that's tough.
Well, you're not going to like the next question.
I think my favorite movie at the moment is probably Revenge of the Sith.
Okay. What is the worst Star Wars movie?
It's got to be one of the new ones.
Oh, man.
I don't have anything against the new ones. It's just when you compare them to the old ones, they just aren't nearly as good.
What about the last one? I thought the last one was the best one ever.
I don't think the last one was better than the 7th and 8th. I think, in my opinion, the 8th was probably the worst. Because, I mean, it was, in my opinion, it was too similar to the 5th, which was The Empire Strikes Back.
Right.
My mind blanked.
That's okay.
So it's really similar to the 5th, but in my opinion, the fifth is just a little better. It's like it's almost trying to copy, but not quite as good.
Yeah.
Not necessarily copying. There are many different points, but
I was a huge fan of the last one. That's all I know.
yeah, the
Like,
last one was definitely good.
It was. I was ready to go. So okay, let's play a game here. You're on a desert island.
Ooh.
Okay, you can take one movie, one book, and one. I want to say CD, but we know they're not CDs anymore. You can take your phone and listen to music. What are you listening to? What are you watching? And what are you reading for the rest of your life?
It was a movie, right?
Movie, book, and song.
The movie would probably be Remember the Titans. Love that movie.
Great one. That's a good one.
It's one of my favorites.
You taking notes, Zach?
My favorite book I would bring. I saw a bunch of this was asked to a bunch of movie like actors once, and I think the best answer out of all of them was How to Build a Raft.
To get off the island.
Yeah.
Well played, dude. That's a good one.
And then music. Ooh, that's a tough one. Like what are we looking for? One artist type of thing?
You can listen to one album for the rest of your life.
One album.
That's the only
Ooh.
thing you have.
Oh, that's tough.
And you can't do like Now This Is Music Volume 85. You can't do that.
Let's see. I have to think for this one. I'll go with the first album I ever fell in love with. It would be Night Visions by Imagine Dragons. It was my favorite album.
You're
when
a
I grew
Dragons
up.
fan? Dude, you're in. Anything you need forever for the rest of time. I'll let it go that you're a Browns fan, all right? Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate your time. Best of luck to you.
Thank you.
Good luck against Cheney. And we'll be
Thanks.
right back with another Canfield player profile right after this.
Quality, customer service, and integrity. Those are the 4 words that have driven our success since 1957 at Joe Dickey Electric.
Joe Dickey Electric is one Mahoning Valley landmark business that stays current with the requirements of our customers. Family owned and managed, we are an electrical contractor and energy solutions provider. Every member of our team adds to his or her skill set through ongoing training. Residential, commercial, industrial, automotive, and more. We keep ahead of the needs of our customers with a fleet of more than 50 vehicles and 24/7 emergency service, so you're never left in the dark.
Hi, this is Tommy Clem, owner of WRS Insurance Solutions.
WRS Insurance Solutions is a local independent agency that specializes in life, Medicare, long-term care, and disability products. Call us at 330-953-3722 or visit us at wrsinsurancesolutions.com to learn more.
Good luck to all the student athletes in the Valley.
The feeling when my hands are on the piano, it's become comforting. It's somewhere that I can express myself. I go to Youngstown State University and my passion is playing music. YSU is allowing me to take what I love and turn it into a career and do it every single day of my life. I'm Alyssa and I'm YN proud.
My guy keeps it 100% of the time. He wants all 100, won't settle for 99. And it's more than stats, because there's people in those numbers. And I was one of the lost sheep. I'm so glad he cares for all 100. I'm 100% safe, 100% free, 100% love. I can be 100% me. He gave all 100 when they put him up on that tree. That's 100% passion for 100% free. So if I play in front of 100, or if I play in front of 2, there's an audience of 1 getting 100% of what I can do.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Coca's Pizza here in Canfield. DJ Yoakley with the Canfield Cardinals show. And joining us at this time, senior Zach Fabian, wide receiver, DB, crystal clear. Wanted to make sure that we knew he's a DB and proud of it. Zach, what's going on, man?
Nothing much. I'm good. How are you?
Good. I'm doing well. So when you think of, we started Kate out with some of the softball, so we'll give you some of the two. When you started this season out, expectations through the roof, right? Coming off a state championship, you look at what you guys were going to do. and now you guys are sitting a little bit below, obviously, where you wanted.
Yeah.
To be able to fight back in this season, there's plenty of season left to do it.
Yep.
What did you learn from the first 4 games?
I've just learned that you just got to be resilient. You just got to keep like pushing forward and just take it week by week and just do the best you can to win every single week. Give yourself a chance just to, just make it to the playoffs and hopefully try it and compete for what we did last year again. That's always the goal.
Such a skill position with being a receiver and a DB. I mean, are you a ball hawk? Are you a hitter? What are you, when you think of what you bring to the table, what is it?
I mean, I feel like on the defensive side, I'm more of like, I could get like a pick every once in a while. Like I'm that kind of guy. Like I'm not like any like lockdown corner by any means. Like I'm like a guy that I feel like could make good play like a good amount of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put your head down, just go to work.
Yep.
I like it. Where do you get that work ethic from?
My parents, they definitely push me a lot. I've learned a lot from watching them like over the years with like their jobs and all their other stuff.
How long have you been playing football?
I've been playing tackle since 7th grade.
Okay. So that's pretty standard around these parts, right? 7th grade through senior. What do you do? What other sports did you play growing up?
I played like basketball and baseball when I was younger.
Yeah.
But like football has always been my favorite sport. It's just like I knew that's what I really wanted to pursue like once I got into like high school and stuff. So
do you ever sit there and pull the jersey over? And I know Pav talks about wearing the C on your chest a lot.
Yeah.
When you pull that jersey over top and you see that C right here, what does it mean to you?
Just means like a brotherhood. Like I could go out and compete with like guys that I've known almost all my life and that I love. I view as like more than just teammates. Like they're like family to me.
When you think about that family, I mean, every family has their quirky ones. Who's the funniest guy on this team?
Funniest guy? I'd have to say Connor Merrill. He's a really funny guy. He always makes me laugh, like in the locker room and practice and stuff.
Is it jokes? Is it what he does? What makes him so funny?
Definitely both.
Yeah.
He's just a really funny kid.
Who's the most serious on the team?
Most serious? It's got to be, I'd say, Anthony Mazzella.
Oh, yeah.
He's always just locked in. Like,
all business.
Yeah, all business. 100% of the time.
Who would be the best coach one day?
Best coach? Probably I'd have to say Danny English just because he has such a high football IQ. And I mean, he's probably been through more football than like any of us have. I feel like he would really be a great coach someday.
Who's one of the players right now that you would want to be coached by, you personally? And it can't be Danny.
That's a hard one.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Because everybody likes to have their, some coaches are funny, some coaches are serious, all that stuff.
You need like a good mix of both, I think.
Yeah.
So I would say maybe like, man, I don't know. Like, I don't know.
It's
That's
a good
like
one.
Really hard.
I've never asked that question before. I'm not going to lie to you. All right. So let's talk about the coach you have now. What do you admire most about Pav?
Oh, just like his dedication every week. He just spends so much time for us to give us the best chance to win every single week. I mean, he's more devoted at being a coach than anyone is. Like his work ethic is just incredible.
I know you're locked into football season, but there's a lot of stuff that's going to happen over the next 7-8 months that you're going to have to plan for. What things are you looking to do as you work towards graduation?
Just really just enjoy my last year of high school as much as I can. Just like when football does come to an end, just make sure to I love like watching like the basketball games and stuff. Just go to as many of those games as I can and just like hang out with like my friends and my family a lot. Just spend a lot of time with them.
Have you had a chance to kind of take it all in that you're a senior yet?
I feel like it really has not hit me yet, honestly. Like it just doesn't even seem like real that like I'm going to be graduating like 7-8 months. Like it's crazy.
What do you want to do when you get out of school?
I definitely want to go to college. I'm not like completely decided yet, but most likely I'm going to go to YSU.
Okay.
Yeah. And
That's
just
good.
study like between like accounting and like physical therapy.
Whoa, so numbers and science.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
What do you like about numbers?
I feel like I'm good with numbers. Like any like math class I've ever had that like heavily involves numbers, I feel like I'm just good with. Like it's just kind of natural to me.
And we're gonna try to uncover this or peel back this onion, because I'm just gonna take a wild guess that you were injured at some point, and then that led you to physical therapy. Am I on the right track?
Yeah, kind of. So
Every single one. We're
yeah,
still 100%.
So what was it? Last summer, when I was like working out with like my quarterback, Paul Bendis,
Yeah.
we were just running routes on the field, and he threw me a ball, and it just like the ball, when I like went out to catch it, like the ball just like hit my thumb. My thumb just completely like snapped back, and it just like I wasn't able to move it for a while, and it was like fractured, and like the ligament was torn. So I had to do a little bit of like physical and occupational therapy for that. And it's just like while I was doing it, like I felt like this is something I could really see myself doing, like when I'm older, and that it would be good for me.
That's phenomenal. I mean, and I joke with you because every single person that wants to be a PT tells that story, that's what got them into it, because hey, I can stay in sports, I can see myself doing that. So good for you. Good for you. Family life, what's it like? I mean, mom, dad, brother, sisters?
Yeah, so I have a mom and a dad. I have one little sister.
How little? How old?
She is 13.
Okay. Is she still in that phase where she looks up to you, or is she starting to rebel against you now since you're big brother?
I mean, I feel like she still looks up to me like a little bit. It's just like, but she's obviously gotten like more independent now that she's a little older.
Yeah.
And she's in high school now.
What do you admire most about your folks?
Just their work ethic and how much they care for me every day. They're always there for me. They'll do anything for me. Like they're just so like caring and like full of love. Like I love them so much. They're my everything.
All right, so we got to shout out your little sister too. What's her name?
Her name's Ava.
Ava. Okay, what do
Yeah.
you admire most about Ava?
Just like she never backs down from like anything. Like whenever she has like a problem or something in her life, she never backs down. She always just handles it the best that she can, and I really admire that from her.
If you were in any television series, and I know you guys don't typically watch TV anymore, but if you were in a television series, what television series would you want to be in?
100% Big Bang Theory.
Big Bang. All right,
I love that show.
That was quick. That was the fastest.
100%.
Who do you relate most to in that show?
Probably I'd say Leonard. Like
Okay.
he's just like such a like nonchalant guy that like obviously like he's a genius and I'm not, but like I just feel like personality wise, like he's just such a like cool guy that just like is like he doesn't like to be bothered, and like he's just like seems like a nice guy. Like I feel like that kind of fits who I am.
And he gets to date the babe, right?
Yeah. Penny.
So if we gave this to Kate. You got one book, you have one movie, and then you have one song, or one album, I should say. What are you taking with you on a desert island? The rest of your life. That's all you can listen to. That's all you can read. That's all you can watch.
One movie, that's a hard one. Like a movie that I really love to watch, especially with like my family and stuff, is like it's called Wedding Crashers.
I know Wedding Crashers.
Yeah, I love that movie.
You looked at me like I wasn't gonna know that.
Yeah, I mean it's not like the most popular movie, but I love it. Like I've watched it probably 30 times. Like I love
Baba
it.
Ganoush.
Yeah.
Okay, music.
I love Drake. He's like probably my favorite like artist, and like Bruno Mars too. Those are
Fair
two
enough.
like my favorite guys.
And a book.
I'm not a big reader, if I'm gonna be honest.
So Dr. Seuss. We're taking
Yeah,
Dr.
we'll take
Seuss.
Dr. Seuss.
I love it. Dude, thank you so much. Appreciate
No
you.
problem.
Best of luck to you in everything you do, and obviously PT. Go get it, man. And even if it's the accounting thing, that's kind of fun too. That's a lot of money in that. So
Yeah.
that is going to do it for our player profile and our show tonight. Thanks to Coco's Pizza. And thanks to the guys. Thanks to Coach Pav. Greatly appreciate it. And thanks, Canfield, for always supporting what we do. Make sure you're coming out and supporting Coco's Pizza, because they support YSN and makes this absolutely free and gives us the ability to do this week in and week out. It's Cheney. It's Canfield. It's on your sports network exclusively. And make sure you are part of that this Friday, 7 o'clock, right here, ysnlive.com. ysnlive.com, rather. For everybody here in Canfield, DJ Yoakley signing off. We'll see you next time.